The UFC middleweight division might be dead, and Khamzat Chimaev may have killed it. In case you missed one of the most dominant performances ever by a UFC title challenger, Khamzat Chimaev dominated Dricus Du Plessis from bell to post for 25 minutes. It was completely lopsided. Now, if you're thinking a fight like this that was completely one-sided and completely dominating would have been the most exciting fight ever, well, you'd be a little bit wrong in that. I actually don't mind a fight like this. I enjoy watching such high-level grappling and complete domination. It's not boring to me, but I can see why some people didn't like it and were not fans. The fight was not close, but that does not mean that a lot of damage was done. Khamzat landed less than 40 significant strikes out of the 500 something that he threw. If I told you that Khamzat would have Dricus in a mounted crucifix for almost 5 minutes in the fight and would still manage to land less than 40 significant strikes for the whole fight, I don't think you would believe me, but that's exactly what happened. Now, the reason that I titled this video and talked about the death of the middleweight division is because when we look at the middleweight rankings, who here do you think poses a serious threat to Khamzat? Also, Dean Thomas said this before the fight.
If Khamzat wins, it's a disaster, actually. Some of these guys are just habitual in terms of not making it to the dance. If you're a champion and you're not willing to fight regularly or when they need you to, it's bad for the division.
He's right in that Khamzat does not fight very often. And can you think of any instance where a title challenger who was not very active wins the belt and then turns into a very active fighter? I mean, we might be in a situation now where the champion of the division has no realistic challengers, and he also does not fight that often. That's not good for a division. Now, yeah, it's up to both fighters to make a fight exciting, and maybe DDP should have had better prepared takedown defense. I don't know. I just don't think that you can prepare in 1 or 2 training camps for a guy like Khamzat who's been doing this his whole life. This is his bread and butter. And we have seen that Khamzat does have skill on the feet, but that's also the time that he's been in the most danger in his career, the times that he's decided to stand and bang. Should Khamzat accept this criticism that he's getting from the internet and maybe try to make the next fight more exciting and move away from such dominant wrestling? If it was me, I would not do that. If I had Khamzat's skill, which to be very clear, I do not, I wouldn't do that. I would use that dominant grappling to win every fight and take 0 damage. He's the champion now. He's got maybe 1, maybe if he hurries 2 fights left before the end of the pay-per-view model and the end of pay-per-view points for champions. The goal in fighting is to make as much money as possible in your fighting career. This is the time to use your dominant wrestling and take down and smother every single person they put in front of you so you can fight as many times as possible when there are still pay-per-views to fight on. Again, it's up to the fighters to prevent what he is going to do. They know he's going to do this. They need to stop it. It's on them to make it exciting and to have good fights. It's not on Khamzat to let them make the fight exciting. So is this truly the death of the middleweight division? It might be, but you're only dead until you're alive again. Let me know who you think might pose a realistic threat to Khamzat and how you see the next 2 or 3 years of this division playing out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.